Hello and welcome to Wired In. I'm Diana Galata with Hampton City Schools. I'm very pleased today to have Kristin Jennings. Welcome.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Kristin is our pharmacy manager for the Hampton City Schools Pharmacy. Tell us a little bit about the pharmacy and who can actually go there and purchase products.
Employees and their dependents who are enrolled in one of the Hampton City Schools medical plans can utilize the pharmacy to fill prescriptions. However, any employee or their dependents, regardless if they're on the insurance or not, can use the pharmacy to purchase over-the-counter items.
So tell us a little bit about the over-the-counter items. I know I've been in there and purchased some cold medicine, pain relievers. Talk to us a little bit about the prices of those and why you would want to purchase those there instead of another pharmacy.
Oh yes, we have some great pricing on our over-the-counter products, and it's because we sell our products at cost, whereas a typical pharmacy would mark up their costs. We sell it to the employees at cost. We have 58 cents toothbrushes, hair, skin, and nails gummies for $5. I've seen them for $10 elsewhere. So employees can save quite a bit of money by shopping for their OTC items at the pharmacy instead of going elsewhere. And we take coupons, by the way, in addition to those savings.
And if you don't have the item, I know I've been in there a couple times and there was something I was specifically searching for. You all have been so kind to actually order that item specifically for the customer. Will you do that?
Yes, if it's ever a time, it's something that you want and you come in, you don't see it on the shelf, you can just ask any staff member. We'll be more than happy to check our supplier. And if our supplier has it in stock, we can order it and get it the next business day.
So let's talk a little bit about the actual pharmacy and the medications. I know the several times that I've been into the pharmacy, there have been times that I've paid $0, I've paid $2 depending on the prescription. So tell us a little bit about the cost breakdown and how that's a benefit for our employees.
Sure. For the employees that are in the HMO PPO plan, the copay for a 1 month supply of generics is $2, whereas if you were going to go to a typical retail pharmacy like CVS, Walgreens, or Rite Aid, you're going to pay $10 for that same 1 month supply of medication. For a 1 month supply of the preferred brand drugs at the employee pharmacy, you would pay $15. In comparison, you would pay $30 for that same 1 month supply of preferred brand drugs at a typical retail pharmacy, and then the same with non-preferred brand drugs at the employee pharmacy. Employees pay $25, whereas they would pay $50 if they were to fill that same prescription at a different retail pharmacy. So as you can see, you can save 50% or more just in your co-pays alone. And in addition to those savings, employees are not required to pay the $100 annual deductible when filling brand name prescription drugs at the employee pharmacy. Now, for those employees that are on the high deductible plan, it would benefit them to still use the pharmacy for their prescription needs. Because we sell our prescriptions at cost to these employees, they can save quite a bit of money as well. For example, we have generic Z-Packs for $1.55. They retail for like $30 at other retail pharmacies. So I highly encourage the employees to come use the employee pharmacy for all of their medication needs.
Now, what about the 90-day prescriptions? Do you all fill those as well?
Yes, we do, and we've been encouraging employees to ask their doctors to write for 90 days because essentially you get a month for free. For example, if an employee was to come in with an Advair prescription, which is a preferred brand drug, at the employee pharmacy they would only pay $15. However, if the doctor writes for 90 days, they would pay $30 for a 90-day supply. So it's only 2 times the cost of a 1 month supply.
great. So if I am having my prescriptions filled somewhere else and I'm interested in changing everything over to the pharmacy, is that a difficult process to go through?
Not at all. You can actually go on the Hampton City Schools website under the pharmacy department. There's a prescription transfer form posted there. Employees can print that off and fax it over to us. They can bring it in, or they can just simply call the pharmacy and give us the necessary information to get the prescription transferred. We would only need the pharmacy name and phone number, the prescription number, and the name of the drug.
I know one of the concerns that's been voiced by some of our employees has to do with confidentiality and the concern that another Hampton City School employee might have access to medical information or the types of prescriptions that are being prescribed to them. So talk to us a little bit about the confidentiality around the pharmacy.
Sure. I'd first like to say we're not Hampton City Schools employees. We're operated by a third-party company called On-Site RX. So just like any typical pharmacy, we're mandated by federal law to keep all information strictly confidential. So I can assure you that the employee's health information will not be shared with any other person, any other employee, nor the school system.
And so it would be illegal for you all to share that with anyone at Hampton City Schools, the HR department.
Right.
So that information is kept completely separate and confidential within the pharmacy.
Yes.
So I guess you all have been open a little bit more than a year now, and we've been working really hard to get the word out to our employees to come and use the pharmacy, and I'm hearing great things from people. They love the decreased cost. They love it that when they walk in the door, you all know their name, and they love it that there are no lines. And I personally have to say that for myself, when I go in, everyone knows who I am. They're usually standing there waiting on me with my medication, so it's excellent. So tell us a little bit about your first year and how everything's been going for the pharmacy.
Oh yes, we had a very exciting first year. Our script counts have been increasing every month. I had the opportunity to go around and do visits at the schools to talk about the services that the pharmacy provides. We participated in a number of Hampton City Schools sponsored events, such as the health fair last November, where we passed out literature on medication safety. We also attended the Hampton City Schools 5K Run for the Stage, which raised money for community college scholarships. I also participated in a career day at Phillips Elementary, where I talked about a day in the life of a pharmacist to first graders, and that was really fun. So we're looking forward to another great year going forward.
So before we close today, I'd like to learn a little bit about you. How did you end up here in Hampton City Schools as our pharmacy manager?
Well, I received my doctorate degree in pharmacy from Virginia Commonwealth University in Richmond, Virginia in 2009. So I have about 7 years of pharmacist experience under my belt, with over 3 of those years being pharmacy manager experience. I actually came here from the Chesapeake Public Schools pharmacy, and when I heard news that they were opening one in Hampton, I jumped on it, and that's how I'm here today.
That's great. Well, is there anything else that you would like to share about the pharmacy before we close today?
Yes, I would like to let the employees know about 2 events we have coming up soon in the month of October. In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we're going to have a mammography van at the Health and Wellness Center and Pharmacy location where employees can come out and get a mammogram on site. Also in January, we'll be having another health fair. So I encourage employees to come out and support these events and get to know their wellness center and pharmacy staff.
And let me ask you, will the mammogram be free, or will there be a reduced cost?
I am not sure about that information.
But we could get more information on that later. Yes. I'm sure we'll be sending information out via email on those, but that is great.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us. Welcome. I know you're not an employee of Hampton City Schools, but we sure do think of you as an employee. You've been really like a member of our family, and we're so excited to have you on staff, and we're so excited to have the pharmacy.
Thank you so much for having me.
Fellow employees, I would really encourage you to go to the pharmacy if you've not done so. It is a great place to go. The people are very friendly and the prices are great. Thanks for watching Wired In, and have a great week.